In this video, you are going to learn how to install bottom wire on a chain link fence. This video is a segment from a larger series on our recent commercial chain link fence installation. To watch the full installation, see the attached link. But for now, let's get into this tutorial on how to install bottom wire.
We're on a job site. About 15 minutes ago, I was in a warm office drinking a cup of coffee, and then Alex dragged me out here to do this video. So, yeah, okay, it's fine. So I'm here with Alex and Fred and Theo, and we're going to install bottom wire. We use the bottom wire or coil wire on the bottom of the fence to make the fence more stable, so you can't push it out. It's a real good idea if you have animals and you don't want them to push the fence to try to get under the fence, and it's a lot less expensive than bottom rail. You have a couple of options for tightening the bottom of the chain link fence. You could put a bottom rail, which is basically the same thing as the top rail, only on the bottom. Very expensive, well, not very expensive, but more expensive than bottom wire. Or you could use kind of like what they would use to secure a tent pole into the ground. It's kind of like a spike that goes into the dirt. We don't use them around here because the dirt's very loose and they would just get loose real quick. So the two main options for us are bottom rail or bottom wire. Bottom wire being the less expensive of the options, and also a lot easier to install, a lot less time to install it, and it follows grade a lot easier, and it gets lost in the fence. It doesn't look so commercial, especially if you're doing it around your house. The things you're going to need to do bottom wire, obviously you're going to need the coil wire, and this comes in galvanized like we're using it. You could also get it in black, brown, white, or green if you're doing a color fence and you want to match the pipe. Say you want to do all black, you would do black pipe, black wire, black coil wire, black hog rings, black ties, keep everything black. Today we're using galvanized. To secure this to the end post, we're going to use a brace band. The same thing you use on top to put on the railing cup. Then we would pull it all the way to the other end, and when we get to the other end, we need to pull it nice and tight. So we're going to use a special tool to pull it. We call it a dog. You know, I don't know what other guys call it, but whatever we call it is probably the right word. Everybody else would be wrong. So we call it a dog. Very thick coil wire, so he just bent it over so it's a little bit easier to feed through the brace band. So let's go over here. And we left a lot on the end so that he could tie it, because he could always cut off the excess. But you'll see in a second. Let's go, guys. We have the brace band on the bottom. Okay, and Fred, you're going to feed that through the brace band. All right, we're going to cut off all the extra right here because we don't need it. And we're going to dispose of this. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull the bottom wire. The bottom wire gets installed on the same side that the wire is going to go on, which means the wire we're going to put on the outside, the bottom wire is going to be on that side of the post. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this bottom wire, we're going to stretch it. We're going to attach the come along to the bottom of our post, walk this past. What we're going to do is we're going to put the dog, we're going to feed the wire in there. Okay, so the dog just sits in there, and now he's going to ratchet it up. Now, once it's tight, they're going to cut it on the end, and they're going to feed it through the other brace band and tie it. Fred's going to put gloves on so he doesn't leave fingerprints. Okay, now we're going to bend this.
Yes, sir.
Bend.
Okay. And gonna go in like that. One more. Got it.
Now we're going to get rid of the come along so we can bend that around easy. Now the dog comes right off, and now Freddie's going to finish that.
Okay, now we're gonna cut it.
Okay, now we're going to secure the bottom wire to the line post. Now we have the bottom wire secured to the post. Took less than, I think, 10 minutes to roll out of the wire, pull it, and tie it to the posts. After this, what we're going to do is stretch out the chain link on the same side as the wire. We're going to stretch out the chain link. We're going to tighten the chain link, tie it to the top rail, just like you've seen us do 1,000 times before. And then we're going to use the hog rings and a hog ring plier secured to the bottom of the fence, and then it'll be secure. The main thing is, don't cheap out on the hog rings on the bottom. Use a lot of hog rings. Do like 5, 6, 7 between each set of line posts. They're cheap. You buy them for a couple of bucks a pound. The more you put on, the tighter it's going to be, and the less likely in a windstorm for them to blow off if it gets really windy. So just don't cheap out on the hog rings. Use a lot of hog rings. I'm going to go back to my warm office now, finish my cup of coffee. That's probably getting cold, and Alex is going to stay here.
To secure the chain link wire to the bottom wire, we're going to use hog rings, just like this. They're similar to the fence ties we're using to tie to the top rail. They're just a lot smaller. We're going to nestle them in hog ring pliers, just like this. Then we're simply going to nestle this into the chain link wire and the bottom wire, and we're going to squeeze it nice and tight like that. And that is going to secure the bottom wire to the chain link wire.